Good morning, Captain Johnny Stedham here. We're in West Palm Beach today. Seems like the ocean is alive today. I've got my good best buddy, Chris Doyle.
What's up, guys?
Butters on the cell phone. Oh no, on the camera. I have a special guest with me today. Somebody that you guys haven't met yet. And so this is my son, Elijah. So this is kind of his first big full day of really going to pound fish. And what'd you say to me earlier? What do you want to do?
Catch fish.
Sounds like somebody I know.
Yeah, the seed doesn't fall too far from the tree, right? Just catch fish.
Yes.
And I want to do that too.
All right, happy spring fishing. We're out here, we went north today and we're up in the waters of Palm Beach County. First drop of the day is about to happen and we are sitting at about 600 feet and it looks like we're doing somewhere between 2.5 and 3 over the bottom. So that's got a little bit of quickness to it and we're in 600 feet. So kind of just doing some mental math and I'll probably start with a jig right around 400 grams. So next thing I got to do is look in the trusty old jig bag number 1 and see what I got. So again, 600 feet, 2.5 knots of current, 400 grams. That's a beauty. I got a 430 all glow railer. I got some 1-drops here in 520, but again, I think I want to start with a 400. So here's a 420 1-drop. That would be a good choice. A torpedo and 400 would be an excellent choice. And ooh, look at this. I got this nice bright shiny 400 gram falling leaf. And thinking about what I could use in this first spot in 600 feet, I'm gonna choose between one of 4 of these jigs and I just gravitate towards, man, I really want to catch a beautiful fish on this 430 railer. So I'm gonna start right here for these conditions, put some hooks on this thing and drop it down and see what happens. All right, so let's rig up this 430 all glow railer. First off, I'm a guy, I store all my jigs in my jig bag, no hooks on them. I like to rig as I go, gives more life to my hook supply and it allows me to rig for the environment that I'm trying to fish in. So first things first, all I need to do, the way I come prepared out in the water is all I need to be responsible for is taking my bottom hook and putting it on the bottom side of this jig. So boom, takes me all of 3 seconds to do that. So I got my bottom hook on the bottom side of the jig, that's ready. And then check out how we come out onto the water. Every single one of these jigging rods is ready to go with, and of course I have it on my guides because this action sample doesn't have a hook keeper. But I'm already rigged and ready to go with my top hooks right here. So we came out in the water, top hook already terminated, and that is gonna go onto the top of my jig. So all I have to do now is spin this onto the top of my jig and I'm ready to fish. I'm literally ready to fish in under a minute. Drop my first jig down by, just rigging it myself. And when it comes time to switch my jig comes off, bottom hook moves over to the new jig, top hook still tied to my line, gets attached to the new jig, and I fish that. That takes me all of 30 seconds as well. So I think rigging as you go is a very easy way to preserve hooks, participate in what you're doing, and making your tackle management just all the while easier for you. So get with the program if you're not doing that.
So this reel will jig for you automatically. Guys, you gotta remember Eli's 9 years old, just turned 9 in January. So we're a little bit too deep for him to be jigging. He just doesn't quite have the strength yet, but this auto will help him do it. So what you're gonna do is press this button here to drop it down, okay? And then as soon as you get down to, let's stop it at 550 feet. You see the gauge here? It tells you how deep you are. And then once you get to 550 feet, you turn the handle, that engages it, and you push this little button right here, only for the first time, and then it'll start auto jigging for you. And then I would say come up about 200 feet so you can get to like 350 and then drop it back down to 550. Deal? Deal. Go to 590 and hit it in auto jig, Eli, okay?
What's auto jig? Pick up?
Yeah, the button. Yeah, pick up. Oh, that seems like a real one, Chris Doyle. Well, good morning to you.
Good morning. He's like,
Oh, it's locked. It's locked.
he's waving. See that like wave going on? I think I got a foul hook situation. That's okay. I just took a hair off my drag. It's a little tight. Oh man, right on the drop. That was on the drop, so they're in the column. I think I was about 300 feet down.
Is he pulling drag?
No.
No. Okay.
I feel him like waving, like.
Oh, 300. So you didn't even.
No, on the drop, 300 feet.
All right. Come on, tuna fish.
Yeah. Pretty sure I got a foul hook.
I've heard there's been some deep water tunas lately. There's a good chance.
Wind's going that way, drift's going that way, line's going that way. Let's see the waving. Jig was on the descent. Line just went slack, so I locked it up and reeled real quick and reeled right into the pressure of this fish. From the feel of it, it feels like I have the bottom hook in his mouth and the top hook somewhere behind his gills. So I think we're gonna look at a fish that feels a little bigger than he is. There's a tug. Using a Trinity Power 3 and my Saltiga 35. Got about a little less than maybe 100 feet to go here. Steady cranks, rod angle pointed down. Color.
Bonita. Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
That's it.
Look at that. On the deck, Eli. Whoa, dude.
But look, I got him a little luggage tag. That is a Atlantic bonito. So you're gonna see on the fillet table, the flesh of this fish is actually nice and white. It's a really good table fare fish. You can see his lateral lines, and then they get all tiger striped like wahoo too, which are super cool when they're fired up. Really beautiful fish. We've talked about these fish before. They're awesome to get on the jig. They're generally found out here in deeper water, like 400 or 500 feet. This guy was mid-water and about 600 feet. And then really what's unique about them are, check out those chompers. So they have the ability to really destroy your assist hook cord. They have the ability to cut you off as well, which is very unique to this guy. Look at those chompers. But again, excellent table fare. So first fish of the day, we're gonna put him in the box, and a really beautiful fish at that. I just phased up to a 520 to just have a little weight on this one drop here. And he liked it on the way down. For any reason, if your reel stops, you wanna close it up, right? Turn the handle, but a fish could fake you out because we're waiting for our jigs to stop when they hit the bottom. But if a fish grabs it on the way down, well, guess what? It's gonna stop. So I knew from experience that it takes a lot longer for my jig to get to the bottom in 600 feet of water. So I knew when I saw it stop that quick, a fish probably just picked me up. So when you have that thought, when you're like, oh, I think a fish just picked me up, you close the clutch, you close your reel up, and you start reeling really, really fast, because you don't want to have that fish have an opportunity to have a loose line, because they'll mess with you, right? They'll start swimming around. They'll try to shake. You know, once they bite the lure, they know it's not something they wanted to eat. When they see it, they're like, oh yeah, that's something I want to eat. But once they bite it, they're like, nope, never mind. Kind of like seeing something on your dinner plate and you're like, oh, that looks good. And then it's a Brussels sprout. And you're like, never mind. You know, that's what they're doing. So if we get our line really tight to them, we don't give them a chance to get away. Does that make sense? So you gotta react quick, and you learn that over time. You feel me? All right. We'll see.
Huh? Are you sure? I just think you gotta. Okay, here. It's a jig.
It's a jig.
All right, work your reel, okay? It's a jig, baby. The jig is heavy.
I gotta get around. It's on the bottom. So we just drifted over the wreck, we made a conscious decision to just get over the wreck. And it's interesting because, you know, you see the wreck approaching and you got to tap bottom with your jig. And in the back of your mind, you're thinking, you know, I could get snagged very, very easily. We generally don't try to target right on top of wrecks. So on the screen, you can watch the wreck slide by. And right when I see kind of the northern tip of that wreck taper off, that's when I like to try to drop my jig and get it to fall onto the bottom right next to the, you know, the top where the wreck ends. I mean, I've dove a lot of wrecks, always see grouper activity, kind of around the wreck and in the wreck, and just those very edges of the wreck are so key for having a really good chance to get tight to a grouper. And that's kind of what I did here. I saw the wreck tapering off and I just, you know, opened the bail, made sure the jig got all the way down. Again, you run the risk of getting snagged on the wreck. That's part of the game, but man, the hope of just having your jig land right there at the front of it, right at the nose of it, is a very promising opportunity to get a good fish. So I did get tight, and whatever it is coming up. See with this neutral wrap guide train, see how the line just kind of stays right on the middle? It follows the humps in the spool a little bit there, but for the most part, I'm not level winding, and it's just retrieving my line nice and even. We got a snowy grouper coming up right here, guys.
There we go. Let's go, Chris Doyle. There's a snowy.
All right.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We got to send him down quickly, right?
Oh, nice little snowy grouper here in 600 feet right off the nose of the wreck. Dropped the jig right where I wanted it. Produced this fish. This is out of season. These don't open till May 1st. We're in federal waters, and we're getting the descending tool ready to get him back down to his home as quick as possible. Try to preserve these fish as best we can. It's very tough, but we have a very deep water descending tool made by Sequelizer that they're coming out with soon that'll get fish down, even down to 600 feet. So I'm excited to use this.
So guys, this is the descending tool. Just clips right onto the bottom lip of the fish. And then if you're lucky enough to have an electric reel on the boat, you can basically just send them straight down like so. Bro, that's not enough weight. Give me another jig. Give me another jig.
A 500-gram jig.
Yep. Two jigs.
500 plus 600 equals 1100.
And there he goes, back down. So what's interesting is Sequelizer has actually filmed these fish going down, and you could see that fish's eyes are popping out. He's bloated, he's full of nitrogen. He's probably very uncomfortable. But they've filmed these fish going down, and as they go down, their eyes recess, their bodies go back together, and essentially it's like going into like a deco chamber, you know. That's like whenever divers come up and they're in deco and they send them back down. It's the only way is that you need to either get back down to the depth and then slowly make your way back up, or stay down there.
Yep.
As humans, we can't do that. Fish can.
Fish can, yeah. Sequelizer's been doing a good job. We've historically used their deep water descending tool, which has 3 pressure settings for 100, 200, and 300 feet. But they've been working on, and this is a prototype for what they're coming out with, which is the ultra deep descending tool, which deploys at 2 settings, one 400 feet and the other one 750 feet. So this one was set for 400 feet since we're in 600 feet of water. Give this guy an even better chance of getting back down to his home. Captain John just bumped us into 300 feet, so I actually phased down to my Power 2 rod. And I like to put my Valiant 500N because it's such a much lighter reel. So it's, you know, lighter rod, lighter reel, feels real good. I'm kind of anxious to get this jig down. 300 feet, going with a 300-gram pink and glow flat back here. But one thing I did want to kind of mention, if you're looking at slow pitch rods, we got a beautiful day out here, overcast, flat water, ideal conditions. But back to slow pitch rods, there are a lot of different rods out there, a lot of different ratings. You know, many are rated by power level 2, which has to do with their jig range. Many are not. at Johnny Jigs, we really kind of have a pretty standard system where if you look at all of our rods, this Power 2, for example, which is a Trinity, it's a max 300 gram rod, meaning we're saying it will work jigs well up to 300 grams. Yes, of course, you can push higher than that. Just you have to understand the fundamentals of what's going to happen to the rod, as well as the depth of water that you're in. The deeper the water, the further the jig goes down, the heavier load you're going to get. Just basic physics stuff. But our rod system, a Power 2 rod will tell you that 200 grams, 2, is the sweet spot of that rod. It's kind of performance zone, and it has a max rating of 300 grams. If you go to the Power 3, the same is true, but it's sweet spot 300 grams, max jig range 400 grams, and so on and so forth. That's the way that we attempt to rate all our rods at Johnny Jigs, from the slow jigger elite to the pro jigger to this here Trinity. And you can see the action, actually. Let's do that. It's a nice flat day. I have a 300 gram jig about 300 feet down, and you can see it load and then the tip upload right at the top of my pitch. Because it's 300 grams, if I just hold it still, I have a little bit of hang. If it's a stiffer rod, I won't have that. I love the hang. I love a nice parabolic, flexible rod that can really slow the ascent of the jig on the pitch. Why do I like that? Because we're imitating a wounded bait fish, a bait that's injured. So if my rod acts as a shock absorber, it's slowing the ascent of that jig pitching, making it look like it's struggling. And then when I flop my hands down and allow my line to go slack, now the jig is just erratically fluttering down under no tension.
Oh, that's a big one. Squealy's pulling drag. Just wait. Let him pull drag. Let him pull drag. It's a real one, Squeal. That's a real one, bud. My dude, I am so excited for you. I'm wrapped around him, so give me a sec.
Hold the handle right there. Hold it.
Wait.
Okay. That's a big one, Eli.
I've never seen an animal as big back as this. It's
That a boy, Eli.
I need more help.
That's a big fish, Eli. Oh my gosh. 0 to hero, bud.
This is the fight of your life right here, Eli.
No.
You can do it, buddy.
Ugh.
How many feet you got left?
192.
Oh, good.
Help.
No way.
I gave the drag about 4 more clicks.
Okay.
2 and then 2.
Boy.
Keep going. Keep going. Come on. Come on.
He was turning the handle and it wasn't even pulling line in.
That's a big one, Eli.
Meow. Here.
Let me see. Let me check your
How
drag.
did you do that, Eli?
That's a big fish. Okay, let him pull. Let him pull. Let him pull. Let him pull. Give it a second.
This one counts as mine, even if you don't.
All right. So we got the electric on. You're good.
Oh yeah, boys. It's sucking it up.
All right. Stay with the reel. Just keep watching it. Just you don't have to do nothing right now. Yeah. So cool, Eli. Yes, sir.
Dude, this is a beast. Dude, could be a big old
Wait,
mutton.
what is this fat puppy thing?
This could be a stud mutton.
Big fish, whatever he is.
This is some Gabriel and Iglesias food.
Some what?
Gabriel Iglesias. That fluff, the legend of the fluffy. Like that.
Stay on him.
Eli, smile. Smile. Yeah, dude.
Really, I love fishing, 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 fishing.
My dude has been all day battling it from the spinning reel to this reel, and he has not stopped one time. Not one time did he stop. So fingers crossed, this is the one he came for. Okay, I need you to get ready to reel into it. As soon as it starts slowing down, you start reeling, okay, bud?
I might need your help.
I'm right here with you, okay?
Open the battery.
Start reeling. Start reeling. Oh, you got a big king, bro. You got a big king. Okay, slow down, not
Holy
so
cow,
fast.
Eli.
Oh, you got a jack.
I can't.
You got a big jack.
Holy cow, Eli.
You got a big jack.
Eli!
Okay, that's good. Don't reel up. Whoa! Do you want to keep him?
Eli!
We're gonna smoke him.
What did you do,
You
Eli?
got a big AJ. Are AJ's in season, Chris? Before I got
I got
this
you,
guy?
I got you. 1 minute.
Big AJ.
Eli!
Holy smokes! Have you ever caught a fish that big before?
It's even bigger than that baby shark. Now, can I make it my cat?
We're gonna eat him.
This is gonna be my dinner.
Open season.
I used all my strength on that one.
Oh my goodness, Eli. Ah, oh boy, Daddy's gotta get it together on this calf. Ah. Come here, dude. You ready?
That thing's bigger than you.
You ready?
You told me I'll catch a fish bigger than me, baby.
Whoa, Eli! Are you excited? My dude, I am so proud of you, man. That is a beast. Chris has got him plugged up, baby. Eli's on. Eli's on. There we go. Reel, baby. Reel.
Oh yeah.
Squealy.
Oh no, he popped off.
Lucky ducky.
Ah.
I should let him have
That happened.
Oh my God, look at that school.
That didn't take long. We were doubled up there for a minute. I got good pressure, man. Good bendo on this.
What do you got?
Oh no!
No! A nice porgy that got
Porgy.
shark, dude.
I thought I felt some extra tuggage there.
Dude, you had a super nice porgy.
Well,
What happened to it?
That was, dude, that was a really nice porgy.
Why did you wrap it up?
Go look, Eli, go look. He got bit by a shark. Look at Mr. Chris's fish.
Wait up.
Shark ate it. Yeah.
crunch-tastic.
Here, fish.
That's what's left of him. What do you think about that? Look at, he's looking at you. You're the last thing he's gonna see.
There he is, Chris. There he is.
Oh yeah. Oh,
This bonita belly really works.
Is that what you got on? There he is.
It's automatic. We should put some bonita belly on all our hooks. This guy is raging around. Cap gone too?
what do you got? What do you have? Oh!
There it is. Nice porgy.
Ooh.
Yes, sir. We got a whole one.
Alright.
Best thing you could do before heading in, covering the fish in ice and then just hitting them with salt water. And this brine will actually get cooler than the ice itself. And then whenever you get to the fillet table, it just makes your life so much easier. But it's been just a wonderful day. My son Eli, this is his first, big ocean fish. So he's just fired up. Chris Doyle had a killer day today, but now it's just time to head in. So I'll see you guys at the fillet table. So we're gonna cut into this Atlantic bonito. This is part of the kingfish family actually, and that's why the first thing that came to mind is I'm gonna smoke it. But it's a good fish to eat. Not smoking it. You could fry it, bake it, however you prepare fish.
You could even eat it raw.
You can eat it raw. Some people will eat it raw. But it's pretty easy fish to fillet in the grand scheme of filleting fish. But you can see that it has a very pink flesh to it. And it's a little bit oily. You can feel a little bit of oil in there, kind of like a kingfish. But it's definitely a delicious fish, and you'll notice that it has bones that go all the way down the spine. So whenever you fillet it, you actually have to get over the spine and be able to cut through those bones. Once you get through those bones, pretty easy. There's a little more belly meat there I missed, but guys, Thanks for going fishing with me today. I hope you enjoyed my son Eli as much as I did today and his big amberjack that he is so pumped about. Being able to put guys on fish still makes my day. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, putting some TikToks out there, as well as we have, if you look in YouTube, you'll see podcasts and you can watch Tapping Bottom with Johnny Jigs. Thanks for watching, guys. Remember, keep tapping that bottom.